What's up everyone, welcome to the first ever episode of Random Cheese to Rank 1. I'm very excited to start this series, and as some of you commenters have said, it has felt like the entirety of my YouTube channel has been building up to this point. I'm going to be starting at about 5.5k MMR, which is rank 180, 85 Grandmaster right now. Let's begin. All right, here we go. The first opponent is Thriving GG. Of course it is. Now, he's not going to know it's me because I just name changed. And if you guys are wondering what the hell my name means, that means salt in Dutch. And I'm not going to tell you guys how to pronounce it because it just sounds very funny in my head to have you guys imagine this in all kind of different ways. Now, should I tell him it's me? I feel like I probably should because I have been hanging out in his chat. Now, I am a Terran. Maybe I should... I'm trying to... This is it. My brain is on overdrive right now. I'm trying to think of the strategy I want to do, and I also want to tell him that it's me in a funny way that he will recognize. I do have to say, by the way, guys, I actually shout out his channel. I don't remember which video that was. It could have been 3 videos ago or last video. I actually, for some reason, don't remember at all. But I started watching his stream a little bit myself, and he is now probably my favorite StarCraft 2 streamer. I kind of understood a little bit of the appeal that I have to you guys as well. Like, a lot of you guys seem very happy that I'm positive and, I'm always optimistic and we're having a good time. And normally when I watch gamers, I feel like there's a little bit of like negative bias, I guess I should say. Like, StarCraft 2 streamers are not that bad at all, but there's always more of a, rather than, man, this game was awesome, it's usually more like, well, at least I didn't lose to this stupid build, or kind of like that, There's a little bit more negative bias there, and this guy seems very relaxed and positive, so it's a pretty relaxing experience. He does stream very early, like usually in the morning. I feel like he starts at like 8 a.m. or something. Last time he streamed for like freaking 12 hours as well, which I don't know how you can even do that, but he did do it. But he does stream very early, but it's a nice like morning watching routine, that I have. Now, what am I gonna do against him? Okay, wait, I have an idea. This is the thing. I want him to know that it's me without me saying it. Okay, that's the plan here. I want to do something so silly that he realizes it's me, or at least gets a little bit suspicious without me saying it. That's the plan. Now, what am I gonna do? I expanded, so the start of this game is gonna look pretty normal. I'm actually gonna check him because I know he does like to make a couple extra Zerglings now and then. I want to go either for the Penguin Brothers or for double battle cruiser, I think. I would like to go for some kind of ridiculous Hellbat attack as well. Let's see. I feel like the Penguin Brothers is going to be a fantastic start to, my random to rank 1 career here. If you guys don't know what that is, it's basically a mass Viking Hellbat attack, I should say. Not just one Viking, it's going to be a mass Viking Hellbat attack. And I can even do the ultimate version. I remember back when we did that series, Penguin Brothers to rank 1, we had all these names for all these different versions. I think we had the freaking sniper version, and then we had the Penguin Brothers enhanced, and then we had another one. It was like it was kind of a word like enhanced. I just don't remember what the word was, but it was like even more so, I believe. Or maybe it was advanced and then enhanced or something like that. But anyway, I'm going to go for the super version, which means I'm going to go for Marauders as well. So I'm going to go for Hellbats, Vikings, and Marauders to make, pretty much just the ultimate Hellbat all-in. That's the plan. I could even pull SCVs with this. Wait, do I have to stop making SCVs now already? I mean, if I pull SCVs, I wouldn't do that, but I would rather have 1 extra Viking than, 2 extra SCVs a little faster, I think. Okay, good positioning on those queens. It's making a lair already. I mean, I have played against Thriving GG a couple times. Like, I know this is very likely to turn out into a, clown fiesta. But I'm doing a crazy build, and he's also doing a crazy build. I have to admit, I don't remember how he plays against Terran. Like, I know he likes his Ling drops against Zerg. I think against Protoss, from watching his stream, he really likes to do... That's a cool build that I'm going to try for you guys once, by the way. I'm going to ask him how to do it. He does like a drone drill. So he just pulls 1,000,000 drones, drills through the Zealot in the wall or the Adept, and then runs in with a couple Lings. Like, super, super fast. But against Terran, I don't think I've really seen him play a whole lot, I have to say. So he's making a Roach Warren. Yeah. Okay, so to be fair, guys, this looks... Wait, is he taking this? No. This looks like the worst case scenario for my build. Like, first of all, roaches are super good against the Penguin Brothers, but he's also just staying on 2 bases. I am doing the best version of the Penguin Brothers I could do against this, so that is one thing. I do think I want to kill that. Am I going to be able to kill that in time before it sees something? I'm not quite sure, actually. Here we go. Okay, it does die a little bit faster. Let's not show that Viking. There we go. Okay, I think we did deny the scouting perfectly there somehow. It felt a little panicky from my side, but it is what it is. Let's see. I'm just going to start a couple more Vikings. And I think with the next wave of Vikings, I'm going to be trying to move out. It's really funny the things you can do when you just deny scouting, right? Because here, like from his POV, I think so far I could just be playing a normal game. Like, it looks weird that I'm walling this off really fast and I'm not moving my Hellions across that much. But from his POV, I could be playing a normal game, but then I'm sitting here just pooling, Hellbats, or Hellions for the Hellbats, Vikings, and Marauders. Now, let's see what we can find. This could also be Mutalis, by the way. Oh, he's going for... Okay, yeah, guys, we have to go, like, right now. What I see here is that he's researching 1-1. Which to me sounds like he's just going to be making a gajillion roaches, right? Okay, so I'm going to show these 2 Vikings. I think killing an Overlord could be nice. It's gonna... Wait, does he want to... He has Overlord speed, guys. Is he going to try to drop 1 million roaches? Or, like, what exactly is going on here? I mean, I knew it was going to be a weird game, but... here we go. So he doesn't have Zergling speed. I saw these Evo... Oh, one of those is not upgrading, actually. Okay, here we go. Let's see. I haven't seen any units yet. If he has... Guys, this is really sick. If he's going to go... Oh, I didn't make the armory yet, even. I mean, the armory is pretty important when you're going to go for Hellbats. I mean, is this the best possible scenario for me to have forgotten the armory? Because I need to kill his freaking wall first anyway. You know, he has a lot of queens, but I could probably fight those pretty well. It's Hydras. Okay, wait. That is very freaking uThermal of him, right? He's going for freaking Hydras. Okay, I'm going to follow this up. Okay, this is going to get really funny, guys. I'm going to follow this up by going for mass blue flame Hellions. That is the plan. Yeah, the build he's doing really looks like my TVZ build, or ZVT build, the other way around, where I just go for like a massive Hydraless Doom drop. Could I perhaps counter that by just sniping the Overlords with mass freaking Viking? Okay, I'm gonna try this. I'm gonna turn this into the freaking sniper version. I'm actually gonna go for... Yeah, I'm even gonna take the reactor there. I have enough Vikings to one-shot Overlords. I'm just gonna try and... you know, snipe the Overlords with these Vikings that I have. This would be a really cool play. If he's actually going to go for that, this would be freaking hilarious, I have to admit. I also have these, you know, bunch of Marauders that are realistically not going to be that useful. I am a little scared of him going into Lurkers, because if I'm just making mass freaking Hellions... Yeah, you know what? I think I should... I could go for like Liberator should probably not be the best idea though. How do I want to follow this up exactly? Like I need something against Lurkers just in case it is Lurkers. I'm just going to be pooling Hellions forever. Let's see if I can take this down. This is pretty risky. Yeah, exactly. Okay, good that I was paying attention there because else I would have lost probably all of these to be fair. Maybe I would have survived with like 2. Okay, so he's making Hydra freaking roach. I'm not happy to see these roaches at all, by the way. I have to admit. I was really hoping he would just make mass Hydras because that is the point of me making mass Hellions that I can get on top of these Hydras and just absolutely shred them as I have blue flame. I think I'm going to go for stim on these Marauders as well. This is really turning into the weirdest composition ever, by the way. Like it does feel pretty good that I'm kind of like I'm in a tough spot against like my own strategy, the 2-base Hydra. But he's playing a way more macro version of that. Guys, I am so excited. Okay, this is going to be freaking cool. Guys, please get ready for this, okay? I hope I'm not overhyping this, but you have to get ready. I think this might be the most brutal Hydra destruction you have ever seen. Wait, I'm gonna bait him with the Vikings. Oh, are you guys ready for this? I'm gonna bait him up the ramp with the... Look how many freaking Hellions I have here, guys. This is about to be the coolest thing ever. Come on. Come on, attack me with the Hydras. Oh, no. He got me, guys. There's way too many Hydras there. Oh, here we freaking go. Those are all gonna disappear. Look at the Hydras. They are just gone, guys. All of them are freaking gone. And that freaking worked out perfectly. Now, he does have a pretty big army still. Well, actually, he's mostly just queens here. I guess I can now morph these into Hellbats. Let's see if I can push through with the help of the Hellbats. The Hellbats are gonna be tanky as hell. And oh my goodness, what a freaking strategy this was. I'm not convinced this was a very good idea yet. But I mean, so far it's doing a pretty significant amount of damage here. I do want to make sure I target those freaking drones as much as I can. I don't think I can back off with these, right? I'm tempted to try. Oh, maybe I can save the Vikings, actually. A couple of these. All right, well, this is officially a game of StarCraft. I guess that is the best way I can explain what's going on here, guys. This is officially a game of StarCraft, and now, since I have all these factories already, I might as well go into Cyclones. He was probably super freaking surprised to see that. I'm gonna get the Cyclone upgrade there, and I'm gonna send these reinforcement, the Hellions, to the natural. I didn't even think I would have to, like, transition here. As you can see, my macro is really not that great because I thought this game would have ended, like, either way. I'm not sure who was gonna win, but I thought it would have ended either way a while ago. Let me just make sure. Oh, wait. If you're gonna... Oh, he's gonna come through here. Look at the shots on the Hydras. Oh, my God. Like, keep in mind, the Hellions are significantly cheaper than Hydras. So if he wants to fight them, it is always gonna be a little painful. He didn't get the wall off there, so now we are gonna be in here. Gonna be able to kill a lot of drones, which is super, super nice. I don't have upgrades yet. Yeah, exactly. By the way... I thought he was gonna have 1-1. That was against 2-2 Hydras, by the way, with 0-0 Hellions. Like, this is freaking insane. I do have a couple Liberators. Probably want to harass with those. Now, my supply, in all fairness, is gonna be very small compared to his. Like, his supply is gonna look very good. He's not moving across yet, which is kind of surprising. You know what? I'm gonna go for mass Liberators as well, because I need something to complement these. Now, in all honesty, guys, this has become a way cooler game than I could have ever expected. Like, this is pretty cool. Here we go. The 0-0 Hellions against the Hydras, guys. Look at that freaking damage. And now I have 2 Liberators over here. I do think... Yeah, exactly. I knew there was going to be more army over there. It is going to be a tight one. Let's see if I can manage to escape from this. Okay. Gonna siege both of those there. I think I might have to just run these SCVs away, to be honest. I'm not quite sure if he realizes that I have all these SCVs, but I do have a couple Cyclones now. I should probably hide behind the wall. I think that's a decent idea. So I lost one of these. That one is killing a lot of drones. The Vikings died, but to be honest, that is not... oh, the lurkers are here already. Oh, no, that is bad news, guys. I was really hoping I would have a little more time before the lurkers came out, but apparently not. He's going to use Blinding Clouds, which is quite an interesting play to deal with Cyclones, I have to admit. And I feel like the 2-2 freaking Hydras are just shredding me a little bit too hard. And even though my strategy was really cool, it looks like it's barely not going to work out. If I can save this one... Oh, no. He has too many lurkers. Okay, I thought it was just going to be 1 or 2 lurkers, but it is a couple too many here. Let's see if I can snipe the Vipers. Like, if I have Liberators, I could potentially survive against this. Like, I don't think it's going to be a good situation before me still, but if I can survive, that would be pretty freaking nice, right? Oh, it's even more lurkers than I realized. Oh, my goodness. Why do you have so many freaking lurkers already, man? Okay, let's see. I do have a bunch of Liberators here, and now I'm going to go in with my army. This is going to be the last stand I have, but it does target the Liberators very well, and that is going to be GG well played. And oh my goodness, guys, even after all of this, the worker count was absolutely identical. Or well, it wasn't because he has 1 more worker. But all right, I mean, this was a very cool game. Come on, guys. This is a game that I really, really enjoyed here. Because the strategy, I think I haven't done anything like this before. Like, I have done... So far, right, if you look at this I have done before. It looks a little scuffed because I forgot the armory, which then wasn't... Oh, I just realized I made 3 armories, by the way. You guys probably realized that way before because I made 2 here. But I already had the one for the helmets, right? I think somewhere here probably. But here it worked out for me that I didn't have the freaking armory because I wouldn't have been able to bust through anyway against like freaking 10 Hydras, which are going to be on the way, right? But then the follow-up into the Blue Flame Hellions was super cool. I think maybe if I got upgrades faster or I just went into tanks, this could have been a really cool game. Let's look quickly at like 9-10 minutes. I don't want to keep you guys too long with the analysis, but if we look after the first fight, you're probably going to see that he has a decent amount of drones, but not that many. Exactly. 63 against 61. It's just he does have absolutely fantastic killer upgrades. 2-1 against 0-0. I made Stim, which I never used as well, by the way. But look at my gas here. If I went for like tanks here and just ran by Hellions, this could have been like a very cool mech game, but you guys know me. I like to keep it freaking cheesy. Fantastic warm-up game. Let's get to game number 2. All right, game number 2 is going to be against Zardiant, a 5k Protoss. We played against him recently. What was it in? I don't remember, actually. I think... I want to say that it was in Zerg cheese, but I really don't remember the game. Oh, we did get Protoss. Okay, that's a little bit tricky here. Excuse me. Cheesing in PvP is always going to be a bit of a challenge. So let's see. How am I going to handle this one? I could go towards my best Protoss cheese, or at least the one that worked the best, which is kind of like faking an all-in. Then... Well, I need to also consider the fact that I'm playing random, right? Like, that's something that I'm definitely going to have to learn. The random aspect of things. I'm going to have to learn that throughout this series. Like, we learned it a little bit throughout speedrunning SC2. But at the same time, this series is going to be a little more varied, right? Because I don't have a limit on having to kill people within 6 minutes. That's how speedrunning SC2 worked, if you guys don't remember that show or have never seen it to begin with. And here I can just do whatever I want, really. Like, I can, as long as I'm playing hella cheesy, I'm fine with it, to be honest, right? And I'm still going to have to learn how me being random impacts the opponent's builds. I was also pretty interested in playing a tournament with random, perhaps. And for that, yeah, I think there's definitely like a decent amount of improvements to be done. See, I remember that I usually wanted to tell Terrence that I was random if I was playing Zerg. If I'm Protoss, I feel like there's so I can't do all the math here right now, guys, because it's just too much to think about, right? So a reason why I would want to tell someone that I'm random, just in case you guys are confused, because you very well could be, to be honest, is that people have standard scout timings in certain matchups, right? If I'm gonna do something super cheesy, I probably don't want them to scout that early. Like, notice how this guy scouted me super fast. Let's say I was Terran and I wanted to do something like a really fast proxy. It would probably be beneficial for me to tell him my race because he might not scout me as early. All right, okay, well, this is a pretty fun start here because we are going to be playing against a fast expander. I'm very tempted to use a chrono boost on the gateway, but I'm not going to do it. I think I'll probably use one on the warp gate. I think that sounds about right. Yeah, I'll use one on the warp gate. That's going to let him know that I'm cheesing him. But yeah, I mean, it's not like I was really trying to hide it to begin with, right? Like, as soon as I saw this expansion go down super early, I was like, yep, we are going for this 100%. Now, I think I'm going to go for... Okay, I'm going to make 2 Stalkers first. That's going to make him think that I'm playing like a little more on the normal side of cheesy, I suppose. But then it could be a really cool idea to start making Adepts after, right? Think about it. If I make Adepts after... He might not expect like a 4 Adept drop in the main, and then I can follow up with an Immortal attack. I don't think this is usually how you want to do a cheese against a 1-gate expand, by the way. Like, I think you're usually supposed to be a little more like proxy heavy. Like, I don't think you usually just want to sit back at home because it's going to make it easier for them to defend. Okay, so I'm going to have these 2 Adepts, then Warp Gate is going to finish. I'm going to make another pylon here, just so if he scouts around, he's going to be a little more scared. I'm just going to click those into his base. You know, it's actually quite impressive that these 3 gateways are already finished. Like, you can finish those buildings very fast, I have to say. Okay, Prism is going to go across. I do want to start an Immortal instantly, I think. Let's see. I expect a Stalker with a battery. At least 2 Stalkers with a battery. There you go. And it's either going to be a Robo or... a Stargate behind it. If he's playing something besides that, like Twilight, then he would just be pretty insane, to be honest. Okay, so I'm gonna warp in over here. He doesn't have a wall off, which is quite interesting to me. He could be going for an Oracle, by the way. Like, that would be a play that is super crazy, but it might just work out. Actually, I'm gonna walk my Immortal across the map. I just realized I'm not gonna be able to pick it up with the Prism. Wait, I saw something. Oh, it's in my main base. Okay, I was wondering what the hell I saw. It is indeed an Oracle. Oh, okay, so this is gonna go crazy then. If he's gonna go for the Oracle, he's gonna lose a lot of workers here. I'm gonna be trying to target that pylon because he's undoubtedly sending units into the main base. Here we go. I guess I'll just pick these up for now. Gonna send these probes back. I think I'm gonna cancel that 1 Immortal. Oh, let me just make sure that I run away from that battery over there. Yeah, this is gonna be a tight one for sure, guys. Like, I'm not sure I'm gonna have enough to just break through what he has. I killed a lot of probes as well, right? Don't forget that. My Immortal is here now. But it does still have the battery overcharge. Like, this is gonna be a super tight cheese, I think. Let's see. I do have a 1 sentry available. Oh, here we go. No! Oh, I barely didn't get in range. How was that sentry not in range? That was actually shocking, to be honest. He's not using the battery overcharge right away, guys. That is a massive mistake here by him. That battery overcharge should have been used instantly, but it wasn't. Now the pylon's going to come up, and then the battery overcharge is going to come online. Oh, now maybe? Yeah, there we go. Okay, that is 1 Stalker that is going to be trapped. That is definitely going to die because of the power of the Immortal there. There we go. Wait, I didn't even realize that probes could go through there, or couldn't they? Wait, that's way too close. He might lose that Oracle. Oh, barely not. That is unfortunate. Guess I'll just use the Adept to trigger that. There we go. That's going to be quite nice. Now, he doesn't have a battery overcharge anymore. I could probably get these Stalkers trapped in here, I think. Oh, that's not the greatest move ever by me, to be honest. Here we go. Let's do a little bit of micro against the Void Ray. The batteries are out of energy. I'm going to be able to warp a couple more Stalkers. And I think we definitely have enough units here, guys. Like, I think it's only one Void Ray. He could be building another one. But yeah, I mean, he was actually building another one, but I had too many Stalkers, and there we go. All right, now this game very clearly, depicted how crazy PvP cheeses can get, because that one Oracle, it kept my entire main base hostage. I don't think I want to make a battery against a 2-base Protoss when I'm letting him on 1 base, because that's just another 100 minerals. I also don't want to keep 2 Stalkers at home, though I think that's usually how pro Protoss players would do it, because they want to transition. I don't really care about transitioning, guys. I mean, we've had some really cool PvP macro games, so at some point maybe I will, but here I just wanted to be clean. I wanted to get a dub on the board after the first loss to have you guys gain some faith in my crazy random cheeses. Let's go for game number 3. All right, game 3 is against a Grandmaster Protoss. Let's see, what are we gonna get? Normally, the moment I see the matchup in the loading screen, I already start brainstorming what build I'm gonna do. But here I obviously don't quite know the race. Okay, I'm gonna try it. I'm Terran, and the only reason I'm gonna tell him is because I am gonna proxy him. And now I'm curious to see if it works, because you saw what happened in the last game, right? Like, the probe scout was, I think it was either instant or it was after the pylon. A normal scout is after the gateway, right? That's the most standard scout you can do in pretty much every matchup, I believe. Well, in PvP, I think people scout a little bit later usually, but doesn't matter. Around the gateway is a normal scout timing. So I guess we'll see if, he is going to scout at that time or not. Now I'm going to build the barracks super, super, super close. I don't quite know yet what the follow-up is going to be. I do have a cool idea. If you guys have watched my practice videos where I'm doing some cheeses, getting ready for the big tournament and stuff. I did okay, so he still scouted early. All right. So in this case it didn't work because most likely because he didn't trust me, I think. I mean, there could be another explanation, but I think most likely he was just like, yeah, you know what? On the ladder, this guy is probably lying. We'll just scout anyway. Okay, so that is, maybe we should keep track of that, guys. See how often people trust me. Because then we can figure out if it makes sense to tell them I race. Because if I tell them I'm Terran, they might still... I hope I can actually... Okay, that looks good there. They might still kind of mentally prepare for playing against Terran, if that makes sense, right? So maybe I shouldn't tell them if it means they are going to scout early anyway most of the time. But I'm getting off track here. The strategy I wanted to do was in that video. I went for a Cyclone drop after Proxy Reaper, which was a really cool strategy. Okay, this guy is not expanding, though. Yeah, this is one of those problems you run into, right? Like here, okay, I'm going to do the safe version. And what I wanted to do was, instead of doing it from home, was proxying it. So really just proxy everything, the Reaper, or the barracks, the factory, and the Starport, and get super fast Cyclone drops. But since my opponent is on 1 base, I don't think I have to do something crazy like that. I'm actually just gonna, proxy make 1 Reaper from there, and then finish this eBay and move on. I do like this this start for me. Like, this looks like a pretty nice start. Gonna be able to kill a probe. He's gonna try to get me, but knowing me, we will obviously be going for some jukes here. Let's see if I can get this one. I'm going to be a little greedy and go in between the mineral patches there. There's another quite low HP one that I can get. Let's see. There we go. 3 workers killed. He's going to try to catch me again. It is not going to work. And now we'll just expand. Oh, was it? Oh, man. That is the craziest. I'm going to use the craziest metric ever to say this. I was freaking 1 centimeter too late. Or too greedy, Because if I left just a little earlier, or maybe I could have microed a little better, that would have been the literal perfect start, I think. Now, we are playing on this map. This map has those freaking weird half gold bases. So I guess, there's 2 things now. On one hand, I'm afraid of there being a proxy Stargate. Because I think for a Void Ray, Void Rays are so good against Cyclones now, right? I think I would need at least 2 Cyclones, and even then I would have to micro them very well. But he could also have taken the gold base. Yeah, I think it would make sense for me to just send an SCV out. I don't want to move this Cyclone out because I'm afraid that I will just die. Now, I would like to have another crazy follow-up to this. I wonder if I could go for a Cyclone timing attack. It's one of the builds that I was doing early on, in the first practice video I did, I believe. And I kind of stopped doing it because I didn't think it was that great. But maybe from this opening, it could be pretty good. So let's check that out. It's always good to keep experimenting. I know this is not the freaking practice video, but still, I do like the idea of experimenting with that and learning a new awesome cheese. Just gonna fly. Excuse me. Just going to fly this one across. I'm not quite sure if I need like another gas to make this work. I think it's probably fine. Yeah, so there is a Void Ray there. Is the Void Ray going to come to my base? Like, Void Rays are so good against Cyclones, we have to be super careful here. Just gonna fly this over. Let's see. Did the Void Ray come back? I feel like we should see it here if it did come back. No, okay. He's gonna go for a pretty much all-out attack, I think. So I'm gonna keep this command center over here. Let's see if we can force a recall. He does have the bat. That's quite annoying, actually, that he has the battery here. But we are gonna be able to kill a significant amount of probes. Here we go. He's gonna try to attack. Let's see if I can get the lock-on. I think I can escape still. No, he canceled the lock-on perfectly on time. That is well done by him, or the prismatic alignment, I should say. This still looks pretty decent for me, though. Like, I just need to make sure that I kill the Void Ray with the next Cyclone without losing it. Let's see. Did he make another Void Ray? He did make another Void Ray. I'm just going to have to fly these away because these will die to just one Void Ray. There we go. I think I'm going to be able to save the Cyclone, and I'm going to get all the units with it to surround, and I saved these units as well. And this looked like it was a pretty good sequence for me after all. It did get a little scary. Like, I'm not going to lie. This was not, you know, something that I would recommend you guys copy, like, right away because it still looks a little bit scary. But there we go. I'm going to go for the same follow-up that I was intending to. Not going to switch it up too much. But you can definitely see how hard Cyclones get owned by the Void Rays, right? We do have to say, when I get speed, it's going to be different because then you can actually outrun the Void Rays all of a sudden and they're not going to have prismatic alignment and stuff. So maybe that is going to be a nice moment. I'm going to get the Cyclone speed here. And I do kind of like this build. I mean, we're still going to have to test this in another game. Like, regardless if we win or lose here, I feel like it's looking pretty good. But regardless of if we win or lose, we need to test this in a normal game to see if the opponent doesn't just have way too much stuff. Like, maybe it's just way too late to do this after a Proxy Reaper. Oh, the micro? Yes, we're actually going to save all of them. And we're going to kill everything. That was massive. I'm really liking that pickup on the Cyclone there, guys. It always feels so satisfying to save a unit like that, you know? Like, it just feels very rewarding, very beautiful, very happy with that move. And now, I mean, if he can survive... Well, he might be able to survive just because he has the battery, right? Well, no, he actually doesn't have a single Void Ray. Like, he doesn't have any firepower here whatsoever. I do need to be very careful because there is a battery overcharge potential, right? I'm just trying to barely stay out of range. Now I have enough to just power through for sure. Let me pick up that one. The Phoenixes are gonna die to the battery overcharge, and there we go. Okay, guys, this is interesting. I mean, some things in this game went really, really well for us, but this is still a strategy I want to try later on. Like the start, I realized was a massive success. Let's go back like just a little bit, just until I lose the Reaper. If we look at the game situation right now, is my opponent is not going to be able to expand for, I mean, how long is this going to take to die? Like a freaking minute? My CC is already building. I already have a Cycle on the way. I already have a Starport on the way. Like normally Protoss has more bases and slightly more probes and stuff than Terran, so this looks really, really good to me. I mean, still gonna have to test it out, like I said before, in a more normal situation, but this was very, very cool. Let's go to game number 4. All right, game number 4 is against a 4-7 Terran on side Delta. Now, let's see. Another Protoss game. All right, no Zerg game yet today, guys. That is, well, a little unusual, I guess, but that's just what you're gonna get. I feel like in these episodes, we'll probably have a couple where it's just like all Protoss, all Terran, or all Zerg, right? Now, you guys know me against... Oh, guys. Should I go for a proxy hatch or a proxy nexus rather? Oh, that is very tempting, guys. I was just going to say, you guys know I love torturing Terrans with my Protoss more than anything else. So, is it proxy nexus time? Oh, that is so freaking tempting. Let's see. I guess I'm going to... Okay, how about this? We'll scout. If my opponent is... Hey, that's actually a small advantage that you'll have playing PvT, I guess. Like, your opponents... I mean, maybe not in this case, because I'm gonna scout so early that it'll see my race, right? But... normally, if you play Protoss against Terran, I feel like that kind of removes them playing double gas already. Just because you can't play double gas against Zerg. Like, it just sucks, right? Now, here, you could still reactively make that second gas, I believe. I don't think that would be a problem at all for him. Oh, I was quite late on that. I guess that's another thing, guys. He wasn't expecting a scouting probe. He's going to send an SCV out to scout as well. That is a lot of a mining time loss for him already. Now, how did this build go again exactly, guys? Like, I just harass him as much as I can with this probe. I think I get the cybernetic score, and then I build the nexus in the corner of his base, pretty much. Like, that is how it goes, I'm pretty sure. Just like this. I might have to make a pylon first, too. Yeah, you know what? I'm going to get a pylon here on the low ground so I can expand when, you know, the time has come. A Reaper is going to finish in about 15 seconds or so, I believe. Okay, I'm just gonna attack this just to pretend that I want to expand. I mean, I obviously don't, but you never know, right? Okay, here we go. Nexus is gonna come down. Looks like, okay, he's making a command center up there, huh? Wait, I'm gonna be able to kill this, right? Guys, he's not paying attention. Yeah, exactly. There we go. Oh, that is painful, guys. There you go. That's already our first win of the game. Our first little win of the game. Then I'm gonna chrono boost 3 adepts. He hasn't used the... Okay, there we go. I was gonna say, he hasn't used the Reaper to kill it. Is he gonna see it? Yeah, is he not gonna see that freaking Nexus in his face? Okay, he is. I was like, that would be very painful if there's just a freaking Nexus chilling there and he never realizes. He's gonna go for the bunker strat. Okay. I mean, my plan is always to expand behind this, right? If you guys have watched Proxy Nexus through Grandmaster, you would know roughly my follows from this. One of these is to, yeah, and just expand and play Blink. Take some bases in the corner of the map, stuff like that. The other one is to go for DTs, which is probably the most brutal one. But this map is probably not very suited for it. That strategy is going to be a lot better on maps where there's like a lot of space in the main. So I can build a Nexus here and a pylon here, so to say, right? Like that's, you know, the kind of strategy you want to do there. So I chrono boosted all my adepts and I'm going to be able to recall 3 adepts into that base instantly. I'm also going to make a probe from this. Let's see, I do need to wait. And I need to make sure that the adepts are kind of on the bottom side there. Let's see. So they should spawn on the bottom right of the Nexus. Exactly. There we go. And now I just have 3 adepts chilling in his main base that are going to be so hard to deal with. I'm going to be able to kill every single Marine here, guys. There we go. And I'm going to shade away and kill that one. Oh my god. That was a move and a half. Now I'm going to make a freaking pylon in his base. And there we go. Absolutely disintegrated by the Proxy Nexus 3 Adept strategy. Like, this strategy is really freaking cool, guys. Let me tell you that. Now here, I mean, this game, this looks straight up imbalanced, right? It's not. I mean, he could have done a lot of better job microing. He could have just put his units in the bunker and they would have all lived and then micro them together with his SCVs. But he lost 3 of his units instantly. I shaded on top of the 4th unit. He doesn't have a single unit right now. He was also building a reactor that I guess he had to cancel. And this game was just... Proxy Nexus has never looked this strong, like literally. I know I've been calling my videos now, by the way, but I don't think it's ever looked this strong. I mean, this is a Terry that is almost Grandmaster, and I lost 1 probe. The literal only thing I lost in this entire game is the probe that made the Nexus that was stuck in his main base. This is basically a perfect game. This was absolutely brutal. I know I've already played 4, but these games are going fast. Let's just play a 5th. And game number 5 is going to be against a Zerg player. That is our second Zerg. I was going to say first one. No, it's a second Zerg player of the day. And I'm going to be playing Protoss again. All right. Now, Proxy Nexus is definitely off the table here. Like, keep in mind, guys, sometimes I have a little bit too much fun, okay? But we are supposed to climb MMR with this, right? So the first game was just a nice warm-up game, like a nice creative warm-up game, guys. But I am going to be trying to do some good strategy. I still want to try and perfect my freaking Tempest Rush against Zerg. Actually, I'm not going to scout that early. No. I don't have to. And I think it's just nice if my opponent's going to be a little more confused for a while, right? Like, if I scout instantly, then I really think it's mostly about the mental adaptation, to be fair. Because you can do builds and switch them up pretty fast, but... Usually when you get into a game, like you can very clearly see it in my videos, right? As soon as I get a game, I already start thinking about a strategy, what I want to do on the map, etc. Like the brain just starts firing. And that is something that these players are just going to miss playing against my random. So I want him to scout me as late as possible, not for the build, but mostly just for the mindset. Oh, I do need to do 1 more chrono boost here. Was getting a little bit too cheesy there. Okay, so now he sees my probe, hatchery probably already down. Oh, there's no... Wait, it could be the gold, actually. Oh, no. I actually don't know. I don't know how to play against that. I don't think I've ever played against that before. Okay, yeah, so it definitely took the gold base here. Huh. Should I just go for a 2-gate and just kind of YOLO? I'm really tempted to do this. Here, I'm just going to go for it, guys. Why not? It's going to be a good experiment to see if we can make that happen. Now, I can actually move my probe there as well. I wonder if I could go for like a really crazy 4-gate, to be honest. Ooh, guys, I'm freaking tempted. Like, I just know the hatchery is there. Should I even look? I guess I'll just double check to confirm exactly. There the hatchery is. I'm going to just build gateways here and 4-gate him from the other side of the map as well. Oh, this is going to be very exciting. I do need to make sure to not get tempted to build freaking... Or to chrono boost the freaking adepts. I really want to. But I need to chrono boost the warp gate with every freaking chrono I've got. Else it's just going to be... It's just not good. Yeah, I always forget how long it takes. It's 100 seconds, right? I think. Yeah, it's 100 seconds for a warp gate. I think I could wall in this pylon pretty well, actually, on this spot. Look at this. I can build a gateway here. It's just gonna, yeah, this is actually a perfect wall pretty much, right? Can I get in here still? I don't think so, right? No, I can't. Okay, this is a perfect wall. Should I make another pylon? I'll probably build a pylon over here, actually. Okay, so I'm going to send these across. Chrono boost that one more time. Oh, I'm actually excited to see if this can work. This is cool. I haven't seen anyone do this. Like, this gold base is standard, by the way. If you just want to know for sure, this is a standard base to take right now in PvZ. Like, that's just the base you go for. So, and I've never seen anyone go for this strategy before, where they just, first of all, go for the 2-gate. Second of all, go for, like, the proxy 5-gate. I mean, it's going to arrive from a really weird spot. Like, he's not going to expect it to arrive from there. I don't think he's going to have Zergling speed either, so that is pretty nice, I suppose. Let's just see what we can kill with this. Wait, he didn't kill these rocks. You're supposed to kill these rocks, my friend. Like, this is going to be a little crazy if we don't kill these rocks. Need to make sure I don't get counter-attacked here. Guess I'll just keep attacking this. I mean, I would imagine my opponent's going to do something to make like roaches or like link speed or something like that to make this a little more complicated. I mean, he's straight up not going to be able to mine from this forever. I have to imagine he's also going for some kind of yeah, maybe like a counter all-in or something. Okay, I'm just going to warp 5 adepts here. I think that's a nice plan. Maybe I should expand behind it, guys. Exactly. Okay, so there is the units. But now, guys, I am already over here because I have this freaking proxy pylon. Look at this. And now he's on the outside. Oh, he's not going to be able to mine from this again. And now I have adepts on both sides of the middle line. He's going to go for a counterattack, but I have... Actually, should I warp a sentry? Probably not. I'll warp a zealot here, actually, so it's like 2 units like this. And then warp some more adepts over here. Man, this has been freaking brutal, guys. Look at this. This is such a good strategy for me so far. This gold mate doesn't feel like it is hope. He could go for like a big bailing bust, however. Maybe I should be keeping that in mind. And no, that's just it. Or is he GGing me? I'm judging it because yeah, exactly. That's what I was thinking. Yo, that wall timing is so freaking good. Look at that. He was going to go for the bailing bust. I knew it was a trick. I actually caught on to that pretty fast. Here we go. I'm going to be able to do a rewall here, which is really nice. Okay, there we go. He's going to try to attack that. I should probably warp in some more zealots if I have the chance. Maybe I can wall my adepts in a little bit. Look at this. This is a really cool play as well. Here we go. And I guess I'm just going to shade these into the main base slowly. Guys, this has been a very cool hold, I have to say. Here, I'm just going to warp 1 adept in there. There we go. 1 more in there. He has a 3rd. Wait, did he really just offensive GG me? Just for me to have the perfect hold against his attack? Oh, that is painful, my friend. You can't be offensive GGing and losing. That is not a good look. That is absolutely not a good look. Should I GG him back? There you go. I mean, to be honest, guys, I know this... I know this looks BM, but why is he still here? Like, he GG'd me. I'm just typing GG back, guys. That's all I'm doing, okay? I can't believe... What is going on here? Like, this is so weird. I targeted the Balix, and now I'm going to get on top of the roaches. What's even... And okay, that's the 3rd GG. Oh, my goodness. And there we go, guys. This has been an absolutely beautiful PvZ. Now, I do want to go back quickly just to confirm what the state of the game was here. So we had 2 more drones. I mean, realistically, I think this strategy shouldn't work, but there is some really cool plays, or there are some really cool plays that you can do. So check this out. I actually had a really sick idea just now. Imagine if he doesn't break these rocks, right? What I can do is I can bait his army over here, and then I can put 1 zealot with an adept behind it in the freaking patch over here. Maybe I should put the gateways over here. It does feel too close for comfort, to be honest, because an overlord could see it. But if I put the gates over here, I could easily put a zealot with an adept behind it in the choke, and then this base is already gone. This is definitely a strategy I'm going to be trying to develop, but that's going to be it for the first episode of Random 2 Rank 1. We had a little bit of a fun warm-up game where I maybe played a little bit too crazy in the first one, and then I'm pretty sure we won 4 games in a row, looking pretty good. Our MMR is probably at least 5.6k already. Not quite sure what it's going to be. You guys probably already saw it above there in the in the post editing, I suppose. But that's going to be it for today. I hope you guys had a fantastic time. If you did, make sure to give suggestions in the comments as well for the next couple episodes. Give the video a like, subscribe to the channel, and I'll see y'all for the next one. Adios.